Hi, Anita and Narayan here, and I just want to take a few moments on this video to talk about effective masterminding. Just to put this in context, you may know that Napoleon Hill wrote, in fact, a complete chapter on masterminding in his book Keys to Success. And just a quote from there: "A mastermind alliance is built of two or more minds working actively together in perfect harmony toward a common definite object." And he goes on to say, "No one has ever attained outstanding success in anything without applying the mastermind principle. No one mind is complete by itself. All truly great minds have been reinforced through contact with others that allowed them to grow and expand." So I would humbly suggest that the purpose of this group is to help us grow and expand as people and in business, and of course to take our business to the next level. Whatever that is for you, it's going to be different for each person. And I just want to give you some tips and guidelines that will help this to be as effective as possible. And on this PowerPoint, starting with the left hand side for the individual. If you're an individual on the receiving end of masterminding, you bring a question or a problem to the group. The first thing that's important is really to allow yourself to be vulnerable. There are many people that find it very difficult to ask for help because they perceive asking for help as a sign of failure and weakness, and therefore they may hesitate in coming forward and saying, "Hey, I would like help with this." And this is a great place to get past that. I know there are some people who would have no problems asking for help and may have another agenda, but most people struggle with this one. So this is a great place to learn to get past that vulnerability and just to grow in that area, because asking for help is an important part of business success, and it's one that people tend to neglect, to overlook, because it just kind of feels like the weak link. So it's important to learn to be authentic, to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to ask for help, and to be real about what that help is, be specific about what that help is you need. And secondly, to be open. Somebody in the group might come up with an idea that you may relate to or may not know how that relates directly to your question at the time, but capture all the ideas down on paper, and just to exercise being open, ask yourself, how does this relate to the question that I've just asked? How will this take my ideas forward? How will this build on where I am now? How will this help me to break through? So some really empowering questions there. Thirdly, act on the ideas that you get. Follow them through, even if it's just to inquire and find out more about them, or if it's more obvious, take action on it in whatever shape or form. And then lastly, come back and feedback to the group, because that will help us in the way that we grow as well as a group in helping you. So there are just 4 tips there for the individual. Now for the group, the rest of the group members that are helping that individual at any one point in time, it's really important that you turn up and be present and listen to that person, listen to what they are saying and maybe what they're not saying. So you need to put aside any of your own concerns and your own business sort of things that are going through your mind, and just be present to that person. Secondly, contribute because you can and you choose to, not because of necessarily what you get back. I mean, you'll get a lot back in this process, but do it to the best of your ability without a hidden agenda. Thirdly, use your intuition and visualization. You know, these two are very right brain activities, and most people come from their left brain when they approach business, and we weren't given a whole brain by accident. So do use the right side. Visualize that person's situation and really sit and listen to your intuition and the ideas that come forward from it. And then going on from that, share ideas irrespective of whether they make sense to you or not. Something might just pop into your head and you don't know how that relates to the person's question or how it relates at that time, but please do not dismiss it. Share it, because somebody else might add to that, or the person who's on the receiving end might say, that sparked off another idea for me. So don't dismiss anything that comes into your mind, because you never know what it might trigger off. So those are just some tips for the individual and the group in general. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Let's make it a great group, and let's help take each other to the next level of business and to improve your personal lives as well. In the meantime, you make the most of your life and have a great day.